As a leader, employee satisfaction should be at the top of your priority list. When employees are engaged, your customer service is better, your financials are better, and your organizational culture is more attractive from the inside out. In this video, you're going to learn what you can do to create higher employee satisfaction so that you can recruit your best talent, so that you can retain your best people, and you can reduce that pesky turnover that we hate so much. The most important thing you can do to set your working relationship up for success in that first 90 days with your team member is to make sure that there are clear expectations set up on both sides of the equation. You as a leader need to be very clear in those first 90 days about what it is you expect from them, and also don't shy away from listening to them about what it is they expect from you in the relationship as well. I remember starting in a mid-level manager role before, and I thought that my expectations were clear, and so I went about doing the work that I thought I should be doing. And then I encountered resistance, and I realized that that wasn't at all what they expected, which created a lot of frustration inside of me. When an employee feels like they know what's expected of them, they can go about doing that, and they automatically feel successful in doing that. The opposite is also true. If we are not clear with our team members in advance about what it is that we want them to do and vice versa, they will become frustrated. It will become demotivating, and they don't want to stay there. Their satisfaction will decrease. Another thing you can do in that first 90 days with your team members is to ensure that they know other people at work and that they begin to establish that bond early on. Gallup has been reporting for years now that people stay at jobs because they feel like they have friends there. That is a big reason why people stay and why they feel more satisfied in their job. One way that you can do this to create the bonds is to create a buddy system within your team where you assign someone to the new team member to make sure that they go to lunch together, that they show them around town and where other lunch spots are, or where things are inside the building or in your organization as far as resources. This is the first way to start them up for success as we think about creating those bonds and those friendships at work. Another key thing when we're thinking about the bonds at work is making sure we introduce our team members to different circles so that they aren't actually in silos and they aren't having kind of homogenous belief systems already to start, where they can really open their minds and to flourish. I remember working in an organization where my manager actually took me to lunch that first week, even the first day, and it meant a lot to me that he slowed down enough to spend that time with me. Creating the bonds is going to be critical as we look at that first 90 days. The third thing to focus on as we look at increasing employee satisfaction in that first 90 days is to make sure our team member has all the right tools they need, access to software, that their workspace is in order. They have everything they need to go about doing their job so they can feel successful early on. If we don't do that, they feel like they're falling down, there's a lot of friction, and it makes them go, do I want to stay here long term? However, I remember working for an organization that had this down pat. They had a checklist that their IT team and their HR team worked collectively to do to make sure I had all my access points, that I was introduced to the right people, that I had my workspace was in order, my chair was great. It was just like a seamless process. That then made me feel successful early on and like I belong, like I was a valuable member of the team and that I could be successful on that team. So remembering this will be another critical element for increasing employee satisfaction. And all three of these things are really important as well. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you can continue to learn how to lead by example and build a winning culture. Be well.